Well, well, well. Good morning and happy October, everyone. Welcome back to the farm here on Calmlands. We have some harvesting to do, and I am not going to delay. I'm going to hop in the Axle Flow 1420. So to harvest soybeans with this, you don't need a special head. You just use the regular old grain head, and we are going to do the headland on this big field, and then we will put it on a worker, and we will be carting grain because that is actually a full-time job. Carting the grain. We will be probably, what we'll do is sell the first load off the field, and then the second load we will put into the silo to hold for money later. Hopefully you can still hear me. I didn't realize how loud this was going to be, but we'll go ahead and pop a shot of that. Beautiful soybean field. You might be wondering if this is a dairy farm, if this is a cow farm, why did you grow soybeans? Well, let me get you caught up on the storyline of the farm. Basically, this is Calmlands, which is a European map, but it is wide open for customization and whatnot. And I think that the rolling hills of this map are very, very similar to the Midwest, especially like southern Ohio, even southern Indiana, some of those types of places. And so I think it bodes well for being that part of the country. And those are parts of the country that have cattle, and they grow a lot of soybeans. I don't think that this is a crop that is out of place in this context. There are farms that grow beans and have livestock. So we have our fields. We have done plenty of grass work. If that's what you're looking for, go ahead and explore the channel a little bit. You'll see plenty of hay and silage videos. So this job, we are using this vintage international combine to bring in the soybeans. It's looking like we're just past a quarter of our tank. We should get to about I'm gonna guess 60% of our tank by the time we get to that corner. Now I will say that the yield should be a little bit variable because of how I did the fertilizing. For those of you that didn't watch the videos up to this point, some of this was fertilized with slurry from the cows. So if I happen to get a good coverage of slurry, then the yield will be closer to 100%. And there are some sections that I may have missed or that were spotty, and where that happened, the yield might be lower. But I'm going to say it'll be really close to 60% when we get there. And then probably one down and back will be enough to fill it up. So in terms of how we're going to cart from the field, we have a grain truck on this save. I know there's a lot of different ways that people do this in real life. There's auger wagons, there's big 18-wheeler trucks, there's small gravity wagons, there's big gravity wagons. We are going to be using a Chevrolet grain truck, vintage from the time period, and we will use that Chevrolet grain truck to, like I said, take the first full load up to sell. And now that I'm looking at this bean yield, we might sell the whole field off of just straight out of the field, which would be fine with me. I don't have strong feelings about that. Look at that, 57%. So not too far off. A little bit of common sense math helped me with that one. So I am going to use the trusty lines, if I can, to try to get this at least moderately straight. And then I'm going to hire a worker who will definitely go by the lines. Now, will they make it down and back is the question. So I'm going to go ahead and tab over to the truck. So fair warning, going to jump to the next vehicle. We want, not that one, although that would be cool to get a grain trailer for this guy. We want this guy. So this is my Chevy C70. I don't actually know the year on this, but since most of these vehicles on the farm are scattered from the late 70s, I would say, through the early 90s, I think this one fits. So we'll follow in the wake of the combine, and then once it turns around, we can either drive alongside it or we can wait till it stops and then pull up beside it. But I've really enjoyed, I'll go ahead and hop in the cab. I've really enjoyed this truck. I know it doesn't have like a crazy interior, but it gets the vibe right, you know? The vibe check is there. It's dingy, it's rough. You can almost feel your spine, you know? Driving this thing, you're like, ugh. I can feel how much this makes my tailbone hurt. And I feel like it's the kind of truck that when you hit the gear there, you can hear that, like, you know. You're like, I pushed the clutch down. I know I pushed the clutch down. Why does it sound like that? It just sounds like that because that's what it sounds like. Anyways, you know, we could just sit here in the cab. They're 80% already. Sit here in the cab and look out the window, watch for deer. You know, this is the kind of truck that you just know somebody would put a 30-06 right there, right? Watch out the window just in case. Just in case, you know, it's protecting the farm, right? Doesn't need to be in season, although it's October. You know, some places that would be in season. Just go ahead and blast a deer in the middle of the day. Anyways, they're getting close. So what I'll probably do is just pull up behind the combine. And then when it's ready, I'll hop in and do the unload. I probably should have driven the combine longer and not gone to get the truck as soon as I did. But it's all right. We're living it up. We're enjoying life on the I was gonna say on the bean farm. That's not exactly life on the dairy farm. And this sweet October bean harvest. Bean harvesting. Is it gonna make it all the way to the end? I said a down and back, and then I thought, no, there's no way it's gonna make the whole down and back, but it's awfully close. Look at that. That's funny. That's funny. You gotta laugh at that. That is as close as it gets. So we will try this trick. If I had been smarter, I would have made sure that the combine came down on the other side so that we would have been able to unload while we were driving. But I'm not smart. You know this by now. I'm not smart. So I made that mistake. I forget how much the truck holds, but I want to say it's 10,000 liters. So it'll take a few of these for sure. For sure. Alright. I'm going to put that on a worker, and then I'm going to hop out. Look at that. Looking beautiful. It said blocked by an object. I'm not an object. I'm your boss. Silly game. Okay. While that's filling up, I am going to briefly check on the animals. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of slurry. So they could use some hay. And these guys are okay because I filled that up. We have 8,000, 9,000 milk. How are they on water? I could top off their water. Oh, we're full on milk down here. Okay, well, I'll do that then while I wait. Wonder why I didn't sell it. That's strange. Anyways, this is where we go to sell the milk up here in this town. This is a similar truck. I mean, it's a different brand. It's an international, but it's a similar modder, I believe, that used the same like frame, and sounds like to me the same engine. We just have this one as the tanker and the other one as the grain truck. But I think that's befitting a farm in this time, this era, right? I was that little fuzz away from it being in the right place. It's a cool little truck. Does the job for me. I guess not that little of a truck. So we're gonna be at. Will we be over $100,000 at the end of the episode because of selling the soybeans? Oh, I thought I would make that. Nah, I don't think we'll be over 100,000. But I do think we'll get a decent chunk of change. So if we get 4,000 per load, so it'll be 2.5 to fill it. That'll be pretty good. I think in the meantime, I might run 2 of these hay bales over to the other cows. There's always just so much to do on the farm. Always. Let's do... I think 4,000 liters, because I think we need to put 2,000 in each side. Now that we learned about this great turning radius. Really? There it goes. Oh, okay. Maybe my math was wrong there, and I needed 4,000 in each. Okay. I can get this guy out of the way. Alright, we shouldn't need to go past now. I just want to get the milk out of there so that it doesn't fill up and stop adding to it. Because the milk is our money on this save. I don't know that we really need money to buy too much more on this, but we still like to have it, right? It's a sign of, oh, jeez. I'm backing up to the trough instead of the water. So now how are they looking? Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. I could have done more, but let's go ahead and get... I haven't seen the warning that the thing is at 80% yet, which doesn't make sense to me. It feels like that should be there by now. As much as I've really enjoyed this farm, I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to playing a different save here soon. Because some of the stuff that was just like wonky, poor decisions that I made when I started this save, like this, and just the way the land doesn't really lay right and all that. I'll be excited to try a farm that doesn't have some of these bumps and blips along the way. I want to get the front loader tractor. What is he at? Okay, it's about to give me that warning. Front loader tractor, which is right here. 1206. And we'll go get 2 hay bales out of the field from last episode. There it is. There's the warning. I'm going to move to the cab because I love how this tractor sounds. Listen to that. Whew. When I originally set up this farm, this was going to be my big tractor. I wasn't going to go bigger than this. Because it's a boss. I mean, it just is. It's just a really cool tractor. But then I got the 5088, and then I got the black stripe, and both of those are fancier, newer tractors. No, dingus. There you go. I probably shouldn't do it like this because we're gonna get stuck in the entryway of the cow pen. Do I want the sun? Stop rotating. Okay, that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll use it for the thumbnail, but I might use it on Instagram. I don't know if you guys are Instagram or Twitter guys, users, but feel free to follow me on there. I don't have a separate Bluebelly Farms account on there, so if you could follow my Bluebelly Gaming, that'd be great. I share pictures of tractors like you see here, and other gaming achievement kind of stuff. I will say, just for what it's worth, I'm not one of those people who posts a bunch of personal political things, or I'm not going to tell you my opinion on the latest Spider-Man movie and all this random stuff where you're like, dude, I just want to watch you play Farm Sim. There will be other gaming content, but it's all gaming, a little bit of sports, but that's about it. So if that interests you, feel free to look up Bluebelly Gaming on other platforms. All right, let's get in the truck and go get this unloaded. And once we get to 2,000, after we unload this, once we get to the next 2,000, right? Wait, this is saying that 4,000 is only 20%, so I think it's more than I anticipated. Okay, that's too far. Why did I do that? Should have moved closer. We're not quite at halfway of the field, I wouldn't think. So a while ago, I was doing something called finishing the job, and that was when I would do a bigger job like this, and I would show you part of it in the episode, and then I would do the rest of it in a follow-up video that was a time lapse. The first couple of those I did went gangbusters, and they were very successful, and I was like, this is it, this is how I'm going to become famous on the internet. Okay, I didn't say it like that, but I was very excited. And then I had a few that just absolutely tanked. And I think it was negatively affecting my regular videos, so I stopped doing finishing the job for a while. I brought it back somewhat casually. My question for you, if you're still watching at the 22:45 mark, first of all, thank you, you're a legend, I appreciate you. But my question for you is, do you want more finishing the job? Do you enjoy watching a time lapse of me completing a job? Or would you rather I make the videos longer to finish jobs? Or option C, if you will, if you're keeping score at home, option C, which is to do that off camera and just give you guys the summary when I come back and say, okay, we finished the bean field and we made this much money, and now in the next video we're doing the next task. I know my own personal viewing, I enjoy watching the story of the farm unfold, and I don't like when people clip things out, but I also get bored. So that's why I think time-lapsing is fun. It allows you to still see the work get done, but not necessarily at the 1-to-1 time ratio of actually getting the work done. Does that make sense? So hopefully you guys understand and appreciate what I mean. My original vision for this video was to get a one load of truck, the full truck, to take to sell off the field. But I think we're not even halfway, or just over halfway, I should say. I think that holds 15,000 liters. And we're going to be we're at 8. So maybe we just do the 2 more and sell the 10,000 liters off the field. I mean, we're the boss, right? We don't have to follow any preconceived rules. I just gotta be honest, I know the sweet spot for my videos, and I know this is getting long. Look how badly crooked I went there. If you, again, I'll speak to the OGs watching this. If you were here in the episode that I made this field, you will know exactly why I curved it like that. And the answer is down in the mini map. When I originally started making the field, I was trying to leave a little bit of space. But then I was like, well, I might as well just go along the bottom edge of field 45, of, territory 45. And that's why it widens out at this end. And I never did square the field. I just kept it. This is what, the fourth harvest? Maybe just the third. I did grass. Then I did corn. I want to say there was a... Yeah, that must have been it. Grass, then corn. So this is their third harvest. Feels like a lot of work I've done in this field. So there's no point in keeping the beans in storage to use them on a dairy farm. As far as I know, I don't think people... Do people feed cows soybeans? I would think that would be okay in a limited amount in their diet. But it wouldn't be what you would want your primary feed to be, I don't think. But we can't feed them soybeans in FS, so this is literally just a cash crop for us. Just something to grow to meet the role play of the farm, which has been fun for me. So I'm about 90% sure what I'm going to have my next two farms be. I haven't decided exactly when I'm going to cut these two off, but we're getting very close. And I'm excited to get the other two started. I also kind of want to do a few episodes of that, what I called the sale farm, the sale equipment farm, where I only limited myself to things that came up in the in-game sale. It was a ridiculous idea and kind of a silly execution, but also fun because it's making me play with equipment that I downloaded at some point or that's in the base game that I never usually use, which was the whole point of the series. So alright, we'll get this moved around here. Now we'll bring the truck over. Sorry I have to tab through everything again. Sorry I'm so rich on this farm. I have all this equipment. Kidding. I'm just kidding. It has been a very successful save in that regard. We didn't have any weird glitchy things with the economy on this save like we did on the John Deere save, but we do have because we're running such affordable equipment, and if I remember right, this map isn't too bad on the price of land. So I kind of, to be honest, I kind of got sick of having every save be like a financial, like the game was no longer farming, the game was money management. And I really like how these two saves have allowed me to be like, oh, I need this other wagon, and I go to the store and buy the other wagon. Whatever the case may be. I didn't have to. That's pretty cool watching that. But I didn't have to sacrifice content and getting done the jobs that I wanted to do for the sake of financial woes. So I'm going to keep that in mind for the other saves, but there might be a little more financial challenge on at least one of them. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's see what kind of money we get. Money, 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 money. I think, what are soybeans like? 1,200 per thousand, something like that. Let's check. Let's check real fun, real quick, real fun, real fun. Soybeans are. Did I say 1,200? Oh boy, this is a real bad price. Huh. Not the worst the price ever gets, but it's bad. That's all right. We'll take our 12,000. $12,000. $11,600. I'll take it. I'll take 11,600 right now, and the rest when the price is better. Hey, I didn't hit that pole. Let's go. Alright, you guys got to see how much we made on that load. The rest we will get at another time. Thank you so much for checking out the episode. My name is Bluebelly. I play farming simulator on this channel called Bluebelly Farms. Appreciate you being here. Drop a like and a sub if you stuck around and enjoyed the episode. I've enjoyed having you here. Bye for now.